Good morning. Good morning.
What's happening? What's happening?
We got a little new format here. I ain't quite figured it out, but whatever it is, it look good. We're gonna go with it. Morning to you. How you doing, sir?
All right, and yourself?
Good, good. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, August 3rd, 2014. We want to thank everybody for joining us today. Let me mute the TV over here. I got let's see, that's YouTube right here. I got Twitch right here. I got us right in front of me. Want to make sure everything is monitoring itself correctly, and so no feedback is happening. And I can tell you can hear me, and I can definitely see you.
Absolutely.
So let's get it going. Let's get it going. Good morning to you, sir. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm on the wake up list, man. I'm here to do it with you on the first Saturday of August, my man. The first Saturday.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Harris. Good morning to you, sir. What jersey you got on there, sir? What team is that?
That's the Royals, Bo Jackson, Bo Jackson. I'm telling that way. So we could just jump right into it and say they eliminated now. Can we just say it now?
We can say that the lady back in the limo. She back in the limo.
Okay, back in the limo, man. That's all I needed to
hear. We was doing good for a minute. We had her on Woodward in Milwaukee getting some White Castle and some Popeyes. We had slowed her down. But she back in the limo. we gonna try and slow her down again. I was gonna put on the people mover and just move around downtown, but we gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. You're right. I got a shirt I want to show off here. My favorite sister bought me this shirt. She's so smart. She's so beautiful. Yes, she is. She just had a birthday, so I want to thank her. There's a reason behind this shirt, but before we go there, for the reason I want to say, shout out to the Selden family, former U of M player and a college football player, passed away about a week or two ago in a tragic accident. I coached his dad at Denby. I wasn't head coach, but I was on the coaching staff. And I remember his son. I literally remember when the boy was first got here all the way through now. Great athlete, D1 athlete. Dion was a big fan of his. He wound up going to U of M and to a couple other schools. And he's going to the great beyond. We want to send love and prayers out to that family, the whole Denby family. They're very close-knit community over there. And if you know that for whatever reason, there's a lot of triumph and also a lot of tragedy that comes out of that area. Great kids. It just seem like things just seem to happen over there. We want to send my love and prayers to them. People that I know personally, great people. And I'm sorry for your loss. And I'll let you guys know I love you guys. If this is going to be all right. So good morning to you guys for that. And also, the reason for my shirt, the reason why I got my shirt, I'm in the new season of the new me. They say the new year, new me. I started my new year July 22nd of this year. I made a decision to have weight loss surgery, and as of right now, I'm down 40 pounds since I started the liquid diet, and you can see a little bit of my face, and my sister, they like to call me the bobblehead. It's all right, I'll be the bobblehead. I got to be the healthier bobblehead.
Right, the healthy bobblehead. Right.
That's the whole idea. My children is at the point where they getting to the grown stage, and I still need to be there for them for some more guidance. And I want to see where this world is going to go. And I don't want to leave here unnecessarily unfortunate, by having a little clog all or something I can avoid.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So if you see me drinking, I got to keep my liquids going. I get dry mouth a lot faster. There's a lot of adjustments coming off the surgery. And that's why we weren't here last week. I thought I was going to be to tough it out, but somewhere around Thursday, my body said, no. You need to down. Right. Sit down somewhere before I sit you down. That's exactly what I did. I sat on down, and I'm glad that I'm still here, and I'm glad to be here. And thank you to my old lady, my children. They've been after me walking and drinking liquids and and it's been a challenge. It's a whole. When I say new way of living, new way of thinking, you gotta do thinking. I'm still on the liquid diet, so but I will say this much. Normally I wouldn't say this, but if you got some slightly unused money around, if you want to donate to me getting some new clothes, I'll take it. You know, you get a gift card, you spend $80, be $80 on there, you spend $77.23. Well, send me that difference. I'll spend the difference. You just want to send me some money for some new clothes, because I can tell you, ain't nothing in my closet fitting right now. But I got a few pair of pants that's gonna fit and some shirts. But hey, that was a good problem to have. It was a good problem to have. All right, enough with the crazy. Let's jump right into it. The topic of the week, as brought to us by who are you? The people who love this show and support this show every week. The topic is Olympics. Thank you, Ultimate Observer. I know that's Kenneth. Big ups. Thank you for that, Kenneth, and thank you for Stephen. The Olympics. The Olympics is going on right now. The biggest story right now is the women's national soccer team playing against Japan. I think they're in penalty kicks right now. The game was 0-0. Was getting down close towards the end before our show started. Before I was trying to wrap up everything, and so we got a tough game with that right now. Right now, the medal count as of last night, I'm pretty sure it was changed. It has changed. Mm-hmm. China had lead in terms of gold medals with 13, France 11, Australia 11, United States at 9, Great Britain at 9. The U.S. is leading overall medals at 43, followed by France at 36, then China at 31, and then Great Britain at 27, Australia at 22, which is kind of what it looks like every year when you go out there. The host team, for whatever reason, the host country gets a real big boost, seeming like in the beginning, and it kind of tails off towards the end, and it comes down to normally Great Britain and the United States and Australia down towards the end in terms of the total medal count, and that's kind of what it looks like now. It's been really exciting just to watch it. I stream my sports, and I got a whole section on just Olympics. I got like 50 channels where I can go through and watch this Olympics all over the world, literally, in different languages. You can just sit and watch the game, and it's fun to watch, man. I can tell you. You've been keeping up with it, Mr. Felix?
I've been watching like keeping up with the basketball, but other than that, nah. When is it over?
Got another week or so. About another week, it'll be done. Everything will be done. It'll be
so it's what, 2 weeks?
Yep.
Oh God.
Yep. So it won't be long. This is one of my favorite parts of honestly, one of my favorite parts of of every 4 years. And I can just literally waste away doing nothing, and nothing to me is sports. So for me to sit here and watch sports like this for day after day, week after week, and it's just literally being in the background. The other morning, it was like 4:00 in the morning. Of course, France is so many hours away. I'm up in the middle of the night watching TV, having my own private concert, singing, and I had to apologize to the missus. She was trying to sleep and get ready for work. We're gonna get Felix back in here in just a second. There he is. We got him. We got him back. Here we go. And bam. Let's see. Come on, man. Come on. There he is. There you go. You're back there. You're back. There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right. We got you back. We got you back in here.
Steve Harris, yes, USA. This guy.
I think you would like it a little bit better him saying USA as opposed to him saying something else that he's gonna be yelling in about 3 weeks anyway.
Hey, you know what? I can't wait. I just can't. I really can't. This is the one I'm really hyped about. But to the Olympics, I gotta piggyback on what you're saying, man. You are absolutely right. They need to just abandon the men's soccer team, they horrible. Man, they are horrible, dude. Horrible. That is horrible. Like 4-0. And then the dude was like, well, what happened? He was like, well, we couldn't keep them from scoring, and we couldn't score. Like, man, y'all.
Yes, of course.
We shouldn't even have a men's team. For real, we shouldn't even have a men's team. I was like, you know what? I can't wait till we get on the show so I can tell Kamau, I apologize. You right, man. We shouldn't even have no. For what? Like, what are you doing?
I'm not saying we should abandon the program.
Yeah,
what I am saying is that there's no reason for them to be that bad. We got these little kids since they 3 or 4 years old, kicking each other in a circle all across the country to play on select teams and all these expensive stuff all around the world, all around the country. My question is, are they picking the right people?
Nah, it's just like I told you before on a previous show. I don't think that it's there like with the women. I think with the men, it's like, okay, if we mess around and win around, okay. But if not, okay, we made it to the Olympics, right? It's like that's the goal, just to make it to the Olympics. It's not a goal to win in the Olympics, and that's why I said just get rid of them, man. In 2028, we don't need. Y'all not going. Y'all sit home. Sometimes you have.
Now, for them, in 2028, for them to stay home, they'll literally be home.
Right, because it's in LA, right? Right, it's in LA, right? Then, don't know. Yeah. You know what they should have did? They shouldn't have invited them to Paris, and then they would have appreciated it more here. Because what you think gonna happen in 2028? It's gonna be worse. Man, I was like, man, I cannot wait till 11 o'clock come so we can do the show. You're not lying. We shouldn't even have, dude, you're not even trying. 4-0. And then your answer was, well, we couldn't stop them from scoring, and we couldn't score. What? I was like, that ain't what he said. That's not what he said. I had to turn the TV up. I was like, that's not what he said.
Yeah. That's what we call the Captain Obvious answer.
That's not what he said.
That's what he said. Morning, Greg. Glad to have you join the show. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Seems like for whatever reason, I gotta make sure we get something set up right, because it's not getting out properly to all the channels. So make sure everybody can join us. Yeah, you're right. We got a couple. We got some good things to talk about. We got the benefactors. Flavor Flav has been working behind the scenes with the women's water polo team. He takes care of track athletes, giving them money. Him and Alexis Ohanian. Let's see here. Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco. Saying they gonna pay for gold medals and world records. Because if you win a gold medal, USA give you $37,500. In some countries, they give you a couple $100,000, and they say that's ridiculous. Yeah, they say that's ridiculous. So they went on. They literally put up on the show on their night show. If you win, we gonna put some money up. So that basically means the sponsors gonna help them out. The sponsors gonna help them. Now they may pay a little bit of money. Also went to the point where he went to his doomsday area and brought his money out and put it on the table. All the athletes, they teach you to have a doomsday home. And, to me, that was dangerous. You don't pull your money out at home that you got at the house. You got the family at the house. And we don't need nobody trying to come up on your Ocho like that. That wasn't too bright.
Who did this?
Chad Ochocinco. He literally said, hold on, Shannon. He left the camera and came back with a couple $100,000 in his hands, like real cash. I'm like, what are you doing? You just made your family unsafe. We know that people, they teach them to have a doomsday account, which basically means have a safe in the house where if something ever happened, you got cash.
That's secondary. The biggest idiot was the dude used to play for the Dallas Mavericks, Deshaun Stevenson. Remember him?
What did he do?
He had an ATM in his kitchen.
What do you think this is? What was that movie with Anthony Anderson trying to take the DTTM down the steps? What,
That was Barbershop.
what is wrong with
Yeah,
Dude.
the ATM bar. Yeah, but I mean, he won an NBA title. He was on that Dallas Mavericks team that upset LeBron. Though. The Heat.
But if you really think about that, that kind of makes sense. But not, I wouldn't do it. I can see why. Because if you come and ask me some money, no, you can go over there to the ATM machine and get your own money. I like that idea, but at the same time, that ain't too bright.
Man, at the end of the day, man, it's all it is money. It's a good thing to have, and it's a bad thing to have.
Yeah. What Biggie Smalls say: more money, more problems.
More money, more
problems.
Absolutely.
You know what? I like to have that problem. Come on, somebody sign us so we can do some dumb stuff, and we can talk about ourselves on here, about the money we spend, or money that we got that we should do a better job of taking care of. You know, don't worry, I ain't putting it in the mattress. I ain't gonna be doing that. But I want an opportunity to make some mistakes with some money. So come on, somebody pay me some money. I'll take it. All right, let's see here. Turkish sharpshooter. You heard about the Turkish sharpshooter? The guy showed up like a hitman with just his regular glasses on and his gun looking like Sammy Adams. Alexander Hamilton. They just started shooting. It took silver in the sharpshooting contest.
No, I ain't heard about that.
Yeah, man, you gotta look him up. You gotta look him up. He literally showed up in his regular glass. Everybody else got on all these outfits and sleep this and that. He's just standing there like this. And I'm like, you can't do nothing but like that guy. He's 52 years old. We the same age. And he said, "Hey, I'm here to do a job, man." The world was talking about Turkey sent the hitman, and they said they should put him in the next John Wick movie. That's right. He had his hand in his pocket. He had one hand in his pocket, turned sideways, Greg, and just started shooting. You gotta love it though. You gotta love it. Everybody else with all kind of glasses and focusing and things for your ears. And they teach the in the winter, and they do the skeet shooting in the winter. They teach them how to shoot between heartbeats. He ain't doing none of that. He just say, "I see the target, I shoot the target." he in the backyard with the gun with the clip on the back we used to make the pop gun with the rubber band. That's him. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Let's see here. Let's see. The 4x400 mixed relay sets a world record in a regular heat. This is not even the gold medal round. This their first heat to qualify for the rest of the 8 teams, and they go out there and set a world record. What do you do? Where do you go from there? It's 2 men, 2 women in the 4x400, and they went into the second leg behind, and they came back and won it and won the whole thing. What a world record! What do you do now? How do you handle that?
You know what? You got me.
I look forward to them hopefully getting better in the next round. It's funny because that was literally a heat. That it wasn't the finals. Let's see here. We got soccer versus women, soccer versus Japan. If anybody can catch that score for us, let us know, please. Take a quick look in your background because I know that game was coming towards the end. Let's see here. We had a pregnant fencer win a silver medal. We got our first fencer in Olympic history, women history, win a gold medal. I think just a medal. But before we talk about that, I want to give a shout out to a whole community of fencers in the city of Detroit. They were in the early to mid 80s. There was a group of them that went to Wayne State and UAD. And I would see them every Tuesday and Thursday practicing, and they were some of the best in the world. But for whatever reason, they wouldn't let them, the powers that be wouldn't let them try out for the Olympics. But they were better than the Olympians, and it was
Oh,
yeah. And I actually, as a kid, I would go up to Wayne State, so we would do for that was like our community center, and we would go up there and play basketball on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they would always be wrapping up by when we got in there, and it was the coolest thing in the world to see this, because you only see it on TV. You see, you think it's you thinking on God, like the movies,
right.
like the Three Stooges, not the Three Stooges, but what's the three guys on horseback? I think the name of it.
The Three Amigos.
The three, not exactly the Three Amigos, but like the three somebody, but they was always fencing.
Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers, yeah, the Three Musketeers, yeah, and they were world class, but they wouldn't let them go. So I got to talk to some of them as a little bit of years down the line. A couple of their children played volleyball for me when I coached at one of my high schools, and the one guy was literally in tears talking to me about it, how upset he was that they wouldn't let them try out for the Olympics, and how they had whooped everybody.
Right.
And he said to this day, that's not something I've ever gotten over. And he said to me, thank you for remembering us. Because I just happened to mention it in passing by, how when we was kids at Wayne State, I would see the fencers and the black fencing club, and it was just one lady who would whoop everybody, and he started laughing. He said, "That's so and so." He knew exactly what I was talking about. Right. This one lady, I think it's called foil, and she would have one hand on the hip and one hand on the foil, and when I say she would whoop them, they could barely lunge, and she was already tagged them 2-3 times. and that's how good they were. But wow. They would not allow them to go for the Olympics. And so I want to give them a shout. I want to give a shout out to them for that, because sometimes you may not get your due. And I can't remember their names, but hey, to that community, I remember, and I want to give you guys recognition for that. And there was fencing. I'm assuming you're talking about that Cranbrook. Yeah, Cranbrook did have fencing too, a little bit further down the line. Definitely. Let's see here. Men's basketball today started about 15 minutes ago. They're playing against Puerto Rico in the Olympics. I think they're favored by like 20 points right now. Puerto Rico was beaten by South Sudan. I think this is the last game in their in their bracket. Last night, the women's team whooped somebody. I forgot who it was that they whooped. Ionescu hit that jump shot in the last minute and shushed the crowd. And so both the men and women teams are looking good right now in basketball. All right, but I got a question. What's your favorite Olympic sport?
Basketball.
Is there a sport that you think you could get a gold medal in?
Back in my day, I was my old man ran track for Cooley, so I kind of took that up. And in high school, I how you get that saying that I wish I would have ran track at Mumford, because Coach Bryant, we went out to do the whatever that is, the mile.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Man, you ever thought about running cross country?" I was like, "Man, get out of here, man."
Was that before or after Lynch?
Nah, Coach Lynch was there. But Coach Bryant coached the track team too. And Coach Bryant, the dude Harry, came to me. And I was like, "Man, Coach Bryant want to talk to you." And I was like, "About what?" He's like, "Running track." And my old man kept pushing me. I'm like, "Man, I don't want to run track, man. I run from the police every night." No, I'll play. But I was like, "No, man, I don't want to run." So I wish I would have, because who knows, I would have went to Kansas or maybe on a track scholarship and just not being a student. I would have been a so-called, academic student or whatever, student athlete or whatever you know, but I never did. And to this day, I do regret, because I could have been good. I don't know. But I mean, I do some things when I need to do some things, but that was some things I just didn't want to do. I wasn't in it. I was into basketball.
All right. That makes a lot of sense. My favorite, The one I felt like I could have gotten a gold medal from, probably, I have no idea, but my favorites were swimming back in the day. Believe it or not, I can actually swim like a fish. I can
Really?
actually swim like I was a pretty good swimmer. I was the swimming champion in breaststroke and freestyle at Pella Middle School for my 8th grade year, and probably it would have been. I may not have. I have to be honest with you. I already know if my boy Corey was watching, he would automatically chime in. He didn't race. He didn't make it to try out, and going against Corey was my biggest competition. To this day we would still argue about who won the actual one race we did have. It was literally like touch. I say I won. I'm not backing down off that. He said he won. I'm not backing down off that. So probably swimming. I was my favorite Olympic sport is probably swimming. Of course, you got track and field and everything else like that. Greg said his track. Stephen Harris said swimming, then golf. I didn't know that's Harris. You swam for Eastern Michigan. That's not an easy thing. That's not an easy thing.
Hey, man, that man, a personal friend of mine. That man is, we only disagree on one thing. And you know what it is. And Greg Brown know what it is. We only disagree on one thing. That's it. Other than that, I have nothing but love for the both of them. We just disagree come 3 weeks from now, all the way to December, because I'm going to laugh.
It's coming.
Laugh.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
It's definitely coming. Which makes a great transition. We going anything else you guys want to go over in terms of sports that are out there for the Olympics? Please put it in our chat so we can talk about it a little bit. We need to move forward just a little bit so we can make sure we stay on our timing because the Olympics is still going. We'll be back next week talking about some more fun stuff in the Olympic world. I know it's a lot of stuff we missed, so I do apologize, but we can't cover everything because it's 1,000 sports. Oh, I almost forgot. Surfing in Tahiti. Have you seen the surfing?
No, I ain't seen the surfing.
Oh man, they driving those big old waves and the pipes and the pikes and they swimming through them, and it's some of the craziest, and they call it the gnarliest waves. You got to look it up. They out in Tahiti. They 10,000 miles away. France don't have of course they got beaches and everything like that, but not enough in terms of wave support to have the actual Olympics there. I think that might be a good idea to host it out there almost every 4 years. They say you get some of the best waves out there. I was listening to National NPR, National Public Radio, and they were describing how it is they got that way. And there's a picture of a young man who got through his pipe, and he jumps off his board. He's up in the air with one finger up in the air, and he looks like he's 30 feet off the ground because of the wave swells under him. And he made it to the next round. So yeah, we got to keep up with surfing as well. All right, that's a great transition because we're gonna jump right now into a little bit of football. We're gonna jump into the NFL preseason. All the camps are open right now. The other night, Chicago, surprisingly, last step America didn't serve with friends. It was Normandy. You're right. D-Day. I think it was 80th anniversary of D-Day, 100th anniversary. More than that. 110th anniversary of D-Day in Normandy. You're right, Steve. That's a great history for France. All the camps are open. Chicago beat Houston Thursday night because of the lightning. They called the game in the middle of the third quarter, which I knew they would. As soon as I'm looking up and I'm watching the football game, and they just talking. I said, "Ooh, that rain coming down sideways, upside down, and forward."
They need to move. They need to move the location, man. It's the second year that they got caught like that. Or find a better day, or find a more accurate forecast. Last year got caught because of rain.
It's an outdoor stadium, and when you have an outdoor stadium,
because or get rid of the game completely because it never gets played. Last year he got caught for rain. Maybe 2 more years before that he got caught for rain. It's not set up to be played in Canton. Like find somewhere else to play it.
I agree. I agree that they may need to go. What I would like them to do is see them rotate the game, still have the ceremony on Saturday like they do. We'll rotate the game. You know, I know they rotated between the teams, of course, but we maybe do it somewhere where they can make sure it is actually going to happen. Let's see, what's the closest stadium right there that is a dome stadium? Probably Detroit, because they're having the game in Clanton, which is Cleveland. So next dome stadium is probably Detroit, because there's no dome.
Dome stadium will be where they play the Big Ten championship.
Indianapolis?
Yeah, that would be closer.
Canton and Indianapolis. Seriously? You got to pass Detroit to get to Indianapolis.
That would be closer. Trust me.
Okay. All right. Because I'm thinking in the East, everything in the East, you got Buffalo.
Because you would bring all them people, right? You would bring all them people from the East. So if the game would have been at the RCA Dome in Indianapolis, where they play the Big Ten championship, so you would have had Chicago and what was it? The Texans. They right there. That's right there.
Okay. Because you're right. Because that's a neutral place to have a game.
That's right there. Right up I-94. That's right there.
Yeah. Neutral place to have a game. I drove through Indianapolis on my way I'm running down here to Texas. Yeah. I would have to agree with you on that. I still think you got to pass Detroit to get Indy, but that's a neutral field. That's a neutral field. It's a neutral field. All right, let's see here. Hall of Fame game. It was a good game. They were really hyping up Houston. Seemed like Houston couldn't do no wrong. Then Chicago will score. just that fast. Houston's doing this. They're doing that. Touchdown Chicago. Then Houston to score. It was like they were surprised that Chicago was even on the field scoring where they were. Of course, they weren't playing any of the big starters, but it was a good game. It was a good game. I was a football fan, so I'm glad to see it.
So they played 3 preseason games, right?
If you don't have yet, so yeah, the first week is technically next week.
Yeah, they play, what's the name? They play the Giants Thursday. So that would be 0-1 preseason. And then did you hear the speech he gave? I meant to text you. So last week he came on 97.1 The Ticket and said he played for a team that was 12-4. The following year they went 7-9. So he already telling y'all what y'all record gonna be. Add another loss, 7-10. Watch what I tell you, man.
I did see that. He said that we got.
Did see that. Okay.
He said that. How did he put it? That
they lost their identity.
Right, you can't rest on your laurels or something like he was trying to say.
Yeah, he said they lost their identity.
The grit, and he can't let that happen. I like the fact he got out in front of it to say, "Hey, I understand that there's normally because we've talked about this every year. There's always there's always a fallback of the team of at least one of the teams who get that far, who don't have nowhere near as good of a season, and he want to make sure he gets out in front of it and say, hey, we can't have this kind of mentality in terms of falling back, resting on our laurels. I'm glad at least he's addressing that part. So,
he addressing it so this way when it comes to fruition, he can't say, "Oh, I ain't tell y'all." He ain't fooling nobody, man. 7-10. Watch that. It's already happening. Your kicker's out for the year. Jonas Jackson just got hurt like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss my man that went to Denver, Josh Reynolds. You don't have no third down receiver yet. Proven. 7-10. Watch what I tell you.
Yeah, we already leaning towards our preview shows, August 24th and the 31st. We're gonna throw college and football together. AFC the 24th, NFC the 31st. We're gonna throw SEC, Big Ten, and ACC in there, and we're gonna do a preview show. So be on the lookout for that, good people. It's coming to us real soon. It's coming soon, so be ready.
People Jones, are you serious? People Jones, oh my God, he actually said People's Jones.
I guess he said that's the third down back. That's the third down.
I would have, you know what? I would even agree with him if he would have said my man Raymond Khalid. He said People's Jones. Oh my God. He won't even be by the trade deadline. He won't even be a Lion no more.
That was my first thought. Is he actually going to make the team?
No, he's going to make the team because you don't know what you're going to get out of Khalif Raymond. So you got to keep him. But by the time the trade deadline, you see what Cleveland did to him, right? Right. If you can't make the Browns, no, get out of here.
This is not the old school Browns now. Browns in that killer division.
I understood that, but okay. When he was at Michigan, don't get me wrong. The dude got accolades. Don't get me wrong. State champion in high school. Him and my godson played on the same team for Cass Tech. Don't get me wrong. Went up the street to Ann Arbor. That's probably where his downfall. Should have went down I-75 to Columbus. But okay, he went up there to Ann Arbor. He really didn't. I mean, did he really do something in Ann Arbor? He had a few little highlights. Okay. He got drafted by Cleveland. Okay, this is before Deshaun because the quarterback then was Brissett, Jacoby Brissett. Okay. Really ain't had no quarterback. So then next year, Deshaun came. Deshaun wasn't really throwing in the ball. Who did they lead on? They lead it on the old man. Used to be Joe Flacco. Okay. He didn't throw in the ball, but he got traded to us. What did he do with us? He maybe had like 3 catches. Nah, that ain't no third. You need a proven third down receiver. You don't have that. Like I said, the NFL sets up the Detroit Lions. If you pay attention to football, you will see it. Every year you either win. Every year you go to a playoff game. The next year y'all schedule get that much harder, and y'all toilet. You toilet water. You're gonna be toilet water this year. Watch what I say. They set you up. They gave you the bye week 5. That means you gotta go 12 weeks hoping nobody gets hurt. In the NFL, that's impossible. And like I said, you can lose one of them running backs because it's been proven. You play without Montgomery. You play without Gibbs. You play without Laporta. If you lose that quarterback, good night, Irene. You can forget it. You can forget it. You know who you got behind him? Hendon Hooker and Nate Sunfield. Good luck with them.
You got to hold on to some. You got to keep some of that back, man. We're going to talk about all that soon.
Man, I got a whole lot in the pot, man. I got a whole lot in the pot. See, I ain't even brought the secret weapon in yet. I got a whole lot in the pot, man. I got a whole lot.
All right. Let's see here. We for the first time in a long time, NFL is starting to guarantee contracts just a little bit. Of course, Miss Christian McCaffrey got one. Christian Darrisaw, he just got one for the Vikings. And so what does that look like long term for the league? Do you think they're actually going to start giving a more majority of guaranteed contracts like they do in NFL and NBA?
Some of these contracts, though, are ridiculous, man. Like, for real. I remember Michael Jordan saying, back when they were playing him, Barkley, Bird, they got Magic, they got paid for their ability, their skill level. You're paying these people now the hopes that this guy really going to be what he paying out. I agree. Tua, I don't know if I would have did that. Like, for real, I don't know if I would have signed that. Jared Goff, I don't know if I would have signed that. What else they proven, man? You ain't proven nothing. Okay, you took them to the NFC Championship. You also went to the Super Bowl with the Rams. What am I paying you on? That's what I'm saying. As far as Tua, I don't know if I'd have did that because the health. Everybody talking about, he been taking this type of karate class. Karate and NFL do not go together. It's like peanut butter and whipped cream. They don't go together. So I don't get what does karate got to do with the NFL and what does the NFL got to do with karate? Nothing. With that being said, I think a lot of Justin Herbert, you paid him. He sat out the last 4 games for a finger. I mean, I don't know. Because as the fan, which is you and I and sports talk community, are we really gonna be able to afford to go to a game? That's what I'm looking at. Yeah. It's gonna be like 40 a park, right? Mm-hmm. When I went to the Tiger game, I had the way he set it up for us. It was he gave us these little tickets or whatever, and it was $20. Nachos, a hot dog, and pop was like 22 something. So technically, I would have had to come out my pocket for the other $2. But with these contracts, how much you think that's gonna be? You see what I'm saying? If you had a family, like a family of 5, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yep, I agree. Paying for the tickets to go now is something else. Yeah, when it was me taking the whole family, we were sitting in the bleacher creature seats, and we was getting them. We were going dollar hot dog night, and I would make sure make it as affordable as best as possible. But now that I'm older and the kids are older, and I go by myself, I pay a little premium because I can afford to go by myself. I always ask them now. I always still ask the family, "You want to go?" 9 times out of 10, it'd be just me and Junebug. He'll go with me because he like we gonna eat. But other than that, I'm gonna give me some premium seats. I'm gonna sit where I want to sit now. But before, you're right, I couldn't afford to take everybody like that. When I did take them, we sat in the nosebleeds, and you wind up walking more than you wind up sitting because you got to walk all the way up there, and then when you got to go to the bathroom, you got to walk a long way to go to the bathroom. Then you got to walk all the way back down to your seat. So yeah, it's a trip. I agree. It's something else. It's something else. All right, you guys, we got to move forward a little bit here. Don't forget to click like, click share. Get the book, Gratefulness Journey, every day. Get this book by Mr. Marcus Holmes. He is not with us today. He is out having to take care of some things in the community. So we wish him the best in everything that he's doing. And thank you for another great show, everybody tuning in. Let's see here. Where the TV broadcasts are now the best season in front of 85-inch TV. That's right. Greg said them games passed him a long time ago going to the game. Let's see. Henry Hooker was going to surprise us. Stephen Harris. I know what that means when he say Michigan. I know what that means. All right, y'all. We're going to move forward to the Major League Baseball and our Tigers. Our Tigers are currently 52-59. They were
52 and what?
52 and 59.
Man,
they were 48
they're done.
Let's see, they won 4 games and lost 9 games since the last time we met. We didn't have a show last week. They are 4th in the Central, 16 games behind Cleveland, and they lost a bunch of those games to Cleveland. They've lost 5 in a row. And I think what happened was, my own opinion, nobody said anything. Once they got to the trade deadline and they made those few little trades, and they were sellers more than they were buyers, I think the team looked around the locker room and was like, they don't really care about us. And I think that's the point.
It's reality. You're not good. You're good for a stretch, but you're not good for the long haul. You go, okay, yeah, Toby Keith, okay. Like I said, I actually got to see it in person. Where was the team that the week before the All-Star break? Where was that team that went out there and beat Ichiro new? I mean, not Ichiro, Ashanti new. Atanti new. Where's that team at? That's what I say. You're good for 4 or 5 days, and then now you're toilet water in there. Like Bob Uecker says on Major League. It's funny how a guy can make you hate him. They're just sorry.
But the point I'm making is, when you got a team when you know you up and coming, you done won so many games, they made their run before the All-Star break, and then you go, you think they're gonna improve you, and they should, as a front office, and the front office does the exact opposite. And so it's like, so what you want us to do now? We tried our best, and you're not backing us up. I think that's where they are now.
Well, no. At the end of the day, everybody has an owner, right? What's your favorite line? Coaches get hired to get fired. So at the end of the day, Scott, my man, he's the manager. AJ Hinch. He's AJ Hinch's boss, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. That guy, Scott, what's his name? He has a boss, right? So at the end of the day, he can only do what he's allowed to do. So you knew you weren't gonna trade Scooble. You wanted to get rid of Flaherty, but the team that, from what I read, the Yankees was like, okay, we in, but let's see the medical report. Once you put out the medical report, they're like, man, we already got these problems with our set. What we want him for?
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I understand. So we still got to look at the long-term prospects, and hopefully these single A, double A, triple A prospects develop the way they're supposed to, and we can bring them along.
You just got a bunch of your Michael Jackson, which would be Scooble, and then you got a bunch of Tito Jackson, a bunch of backup singers. Bias, Torkel.
Don't take it personal.
Right, you got Torkelson, you got the rest of them. You just got the no Jackson 5. That's what you got.
But just every now and then they can get a single by themselves before Michael says that's enough.
Every now and then they could go solo. Hell, Bobby Brown went solo. Everybody goes. I tried to tell y'all. That's why I'm like, I'm going down there just to see it in person. And what I seen, I was like, are you serious? Nah, I'd never come back down here.
You can't lie. You can't tell. You got to tell the truth. You know you had some fun.
I had some fun with the food. Right? I had good hot dog, good Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero, and good nachos. My man, whoever actually served it to me, A1 service. Other than that, I wouldn't go back down there. Hey, come knock on my door right now. I wouldn't go back down there. You wouldn't want me to go back down there. Right.
All right. We had a Baseball Hall of Fame, which is a really big class. I think Baseball Hall of Fame has been getting a lot of critique about being so tough about letting people in. So this year they let 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 people. Adrian Beltre, Billy Wagner, Carlos Beltran, Chase Utley, Jimmy Rollins, David Wright, Omar Vizquel, Alex Rodriguez, David Sheffield, Todd Helton, Joe Mauer, Andrew Jones, Manny Ramirez, and Bobby Abreu. All solid names. This year made it to the Hall of Fame.
Cooperstown.
Cooperstown. And of course, the best part is when Poppy came out there and rubbed Manny Ramirez's head on his way to speak. And that's like the biggest thing. And when he played, only the big name players would mess with him. Other than that, they know they're going to get beat up. So right. You would have guys like the guy who just retired for the Tigers. He would rub his head, and Cabrera, that was always a fun thing. So congratulations to those guys. I'm glad that the Baseball Hall of Fame is starting to open things up. Of course, they're going to never let Shoeless Joe in, and they're going to never let in Pete Rose. And that's just how it is. That just it goes what it is. Even though they got all those other steroid people up in there, and they want to act like they don't. They'll never let.
You don't think Barry Bonds will never get in? Mark McGwire, the Rocket Man. Hey man, I'm running out of names.
Rocket might make it.
Roger Clemens.
Clemens might make it. You know why? He went there and shook hands. Roger Clemens was like, "Hey, I did some wrong, but I'm about to go sign every autograph up in the Senate. I'm about to go grease these palms. We're gonna take these pictures, even though tomorrow they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna talk about me real bad. But I know that's go what it is. Hey, I pitched in New York. I can handle this." I think out of that group, Rocket might get in. Clemens might get in. And they Barry Bonds. Does he deserve to get in? To me, in my opinion, all of them deserve to get in because MLB pushed the steroids. They not only pushed the steroids, they put the tighter wound baseballs in the system after the strike season. So and who's the other guy who changed the skin color? He need to go too. He can go too.
Sammy Sosa.
All of them need to go. Will it happen?
Sosa should get in there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. If you let them in, you gotta let Sosa in too.
Hold on. if you go put Sammy Sosa in there, you got to put Mark McGwire in there.
Like I said, all of them, in my opinion, should go. The only one that probably will go is
Roger Clemens.
Roger Clemens. They said they lowered the mound too. So you made all of these adjustments to get the fans back and punish the players.
Well, I mean, okay, think about it. You don't supposed to eat fast food late night, right? But it's wrong. Okay. So with that being said, if they was doing something to enhance their performance on the field, which was steroids, it only blew up the way it blew up because what? Jose Canseco told on everybody. And then what's the name? Them just piggybacked off of it. Jose Canseco was jealous of Mark McGwire. Oh, yeah, we used to take roids. Really? Well, why you weren't saying that when you was taking them? See, that's the thing I don't like. Don't come out after the fact. Say it while it's going on. Like Rashad McCants. He blamed Roy Williams because his NBA career didn't flourish like he thought. Oh, I was at Carolina. I was taking classes that had nothing to do with my mate. Well, why you didn't say nothing? Don't say nothing now. That's I don't like that. Don't say nothing after the fact. Say it while it's going on. Hey, look, this ain't right. The only one person I would ever say that did it, to my knowledge, was Eugene Eggerson. He was on the 1997 Arizona National Championship team with Mike Bibby, Miles Simon, and all of them. They knocked off Kansas, but they beat Kentucky in the championship. With Kentucky had Ron Mercer and all them. They wanted Eugene Eggerson to take BS classes so he could stay eligible. Mm-hmm. He told Lou Olson, I'm not doing that, man. I'm taking regular classes. Although he was like the sixth man off the bench, he was like, when I walk across the stage and get my degree, I know I did it the right way. So that's probably 1 out of 30. Do you not know the bull crap classes you can take in college?
Underwater basket weaving.
Yes. Phone etiquette. TV this. They call them hyper classes.
Sign in and go.
Yeah. No. Well, I don't know now. 30 years ago, when I was in college, you had to carry 12 credits to stay in the dorm.
Right.
So each credit was either 3. Each class was either worth 3 or 4.
Right.
There was one time where I had 9. So there you go. I had to keep 12. So it was 3, 6, 9. That's 3 classes. I had to come up with either another class or take 4 hyper classes that was 1 point. What you think I did? I took 4 hyper classes.
Now, but think about it now. They everything is online. They can take all the online classes now. You never know. They can turn that. They can turn that the class on, turn the camera off, and be in another part of the house. You never know.
Absolutely. But when you look at it, just look at how college has evolved. Like I remember when I was in school, they used to tease me because they was like, well, you know, Jalen wasn't smart to get into Michigan. I was like, no, actually, Chris Webber, his mom taught at Mumford, the high school I graduated from. And it was like, well, what did Jalen major in? Sandwich making 212? I was like, man, look, at the end of the day, Rob Pelinka was actually smart. James Vosco was actually smart. Some of them probably, I don't think Jimmy was probably, I don't think Ray was probably, but if the grade point, all you had to do was have a C average to be on the team, James Vosco and what's the name made that up, right?
I don't know what their majors were, as long as you was eligible. I can tell you from a coaching perspective, and as a player and as a student, you know, college student, I went to college. I can tell you some of my hardest and some of my easiest classes was in college at the same time. And you never know, you know, you got to make sure you pick that right professor. So if they was eligible and they figured it out, my hat is off to them. We not about to. I'm not about to disparage any young man, no matter what college you went to, man or woman, to stay eligible or to stay in school and get your degree. Hey, you did it. I love you.
That would make it well, yeah.
Like Greg said, I had intro to college. I had some intro classes in college, and that was some of the hardest classes I've ever had. Going in there and they teaching you how to be a student. That stuff was never easy. You sitting there talking about, It's hot in the fall for some reason, the quote unquote Indian summer. You sitting there trying to learn how to be a student, and I'm like, I learned time management in high school. No, it's a whole different ball game when you're in college.
I remember my freshman year in Kansas. It gets warm early, but you get like not that dry heat, and I never forget it. The English lady, I never forget this. Susan Mammo, that was her name. That was my English teacher name. We're going to go outside and have class outside. I said, man, I'm going back to bed, man. This lady crazy. You think about
those my favorite days, man? Because you know what that meant? Especially at Michigan State. If we had class outside, that means we was going to go by the dairy store. We were going to get some ice cream, and it'd be like 20 classes just parked around the dairy store. I'm serious. 20 classes parked around the dairy store. And everybody outside having class with a book in front of us. And we really had more fun eating that ice cream than anything else. That part, I can tell you. That was
serious?
Fun.
Yeah. I was like, are you serious? Yeah. See, I don't know here. Our ants are black. In Kansas, the ants are red. I'm like, no, I'm not about to sit on no grass. Man, you serious? I'm going back to my room, man.
You figured it out.
Mark me absent.
Figured it out. All right, let's keep moving forward. Let's see a couple free Saturday discussion topics. Skip Bayless's last day was yesterday. Good luck to him as he moves forward in everything that he has to do. I was going to talk about the allegations, but we don't need to talk about them because that's pretty much no need to see here. Nothing really to see here. We all know what's going on with that. A whole bunch of nothing. I've really been hesitant to talk about this, so I think I'm gonna wait till next week until a little bit more information come out about the boxing situation, because I really don't want to talk about it. I really don't, because that's going. If we want to start a firestorm, we can talk about it. But I don't know if we're ready to talk about that. I don't think we got enough of a foothold of people watching us yet to actually be crazy to talk about that. But we're gonna take a real quick pause for the cause as we jump into Stupid Sports News. Old Mel Tucker back in the news again. He done filed himself a wrongful termination lawsuit against Michigan. I can tell you what's wrong. He broke. And you know why? It's obvious. And here's why. He had a $100 million contract that he borrowed against in other areas. A house or two, some cars or two. Plus, he already spent that money from Colorado. So he was banking on that money coming in. And of course, he had to pay for his divorce and his lawyers. So he's trying to recoup anything he can. When they fired him and he got that last check, I remember saying right on this show, that's the last dime he's gonna get from MSU. And it's been held up 2-3 other times. So why are you trying to file a wrongful termination suit? You should be suing yourself for stupidity.
So not to cut you off. So what you're saying, he don't have. Wait, man. Wait. So you say it's nothing in the account?
He has not announced that he broke, but I guarantee you he broke.
Define.
Okay, maybe he probably have 50-inch screen TVs all up and down every wall in this house. Okay,
this is where I'm losing. So define, in our terminology, define broke.
Where he
had commas. So you said where he had commas, he don't have commas no more.
When he had commas, now he had he borrowed money from the what you call them people, the payday loan people now, and you got to pay them back.
No,
that's my opinion. It's not been reported, but that's my thinking. You don't have $100 million contract and go out and do stupidity like that. The girl sued, she lost. Girl suing him and shoot. She gonna win a little something. She probably gonna get about 100,000. That's my guess. They gonna give her some go away money. But I can guarantee you, Mel Tucker ain't gonna get it done. I can guarantee you that he has not announced it. It's not something that he has not filed for bankruptcy. Because when you file for bankruptcy, that's public knowledge. That hasn't been announced. Okay. But I guarantee you that boy broke. Because hey, I don't care who you are, black, white, Hispanic. You get $100 million contract, you about to spend some money. You gonna buy a little something. You like, well, this next check I can cover this. That next check didn't come. Correct. So now you can't borrow that kind of money from your friends, your people around you when you was the bank. Right. Your friends ain't gonna be able to take care of you like that. So do I feel bad for him? Nope. You had bad for him? No. This boy he was like the little our school song. I mean our Sunday school song. He had the whole world in his hands. He had the whole world.
This is why send all your complaints to Kamau Williams Sports Talk.
Send them to me. Send them to me. Because y'all know, because anybody send me something, any other than him, we right. That boy ain't too bright. As a man, I get it. The girl geeked his head up. And she geeked him up, taped the video, the conversations, so she can make her money. She knew what she was doing. He was thinking twice. Right. And I'm gonna leave that to your imagination. He was thinking twice. Right. So we know what that means as a man. Correct. He was thinking twice when he was separated. Now he had to go back to mama. Mama say, Mama say, knock you out, give me my money. Mama want her money. Right. Alleged side wanted her money. Where was he getting that money from? And then when the AD said, hey, I got evidence of this, it's time for you to go. Right. They did what they were supposed to do. They actually let him stay on longer than they should have. So correct. At this point, I don't feel bad for you, brother. I understand as a man, how we can think twice and let our carnalities get in the way. But brother, you got to keep the main thing. The main thing is keep the money flow going. They weren't just going to grant you one. The check said guaranteed unless he jumped right into the unless pool. Yeah. And that's just how it is. That's what it is. I hate to say it. Now, I don't care what your background, black, white, Hispanic. You get $100 million check. You iron a few things. Correct. It's real hard not to spend a little bit into that future. Correct. It's a little bit. It's just a little bit. That's what you think. Oh, I got this next check coming. I not pay the taxes on it. I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. He over there thinking like Riley. If we just go to the Louis store one time and get this bag right quick, I'm gonna be okay on the next check. But hey, that's it makes for great time for us to talk about. All right, young man, we will be back next Saturday. What's that date? August 10th, 2024. If it's anybody's birthday we miss, anybody's special day happening, a shout out to you. It was August now, y'all. We in the heat of the August. So stay warm. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and we'll be back next week. Of course, Tuesday night, Love and Stuff, the original show, the flagship show will be Tuesday night with Marcus Holmes. The good doctor, Reverend Dr. Blessy Egner, has her show on Wednesdays. We still got to get Brother Williams to come on back on for his show on Wednesday nights. Thank you again, Mr. Felix Holmes, for doing the show with me. As always, man, this is great. We having a great time doing this. We need some commercials. Hey, what you gonna do? How you gonna break that fever? What you gonna break it with, Felix?
You gotta get you some of this, man. The vape. This will help you all. This gonna help the Giants on Thursday beat the Lions.
See how quick we did that commercial. We just worked that in. We didn't even practice that. So come on. If you got a little food shop, we get you.
Make sure I send some of this up to Ann Arbor. Going up there, some of that. I think it's week 7. Go up there about week 7.
See, I'm trying to see. He trying to keep the story going. I'm trying to get us some commercials. We're gonna find us a coffee shop. We're gonna find us a bookstore. We're gonna find us a little mom and pop. We do just a little advertising. We're gonna blow you up. We're gonna blow you up like Chime Time. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. We shall see you all in 7 days. Same bat time, same bat channel. Be safe, everybody.